You know, my friends, it is not good enough just to be good enough anymore. I'm Jamie Downey. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I want to tell you one of the ways that our team has really excelled in continuing to build a referral-based business. Our goal as agents is to stay top of mind, and so that when our buyer and seller clients and friends are ready to raise their hand, that we are the first person that they think about. In addition to really building relationships outside of the transaction, we have built into the transaction what we call the love campaign. Every single step from A to Z in their transaction, our clients know that we really understand how stressful and difficult it is to be going through the purchase or the sale of a home. There are a lot of things that we do, but I'll hit you with a few today. For example, one simple thing is just on your buyer tour, have a next home bag with a bottle of water or granola bar and maybe a book on moving for the kids or a coloring book. Something simple like that just really stands out. When our buyers and sellers go under contract, we send an edible arrangements to their office. I don't know if you know about edible arrangements. They're little flowers cut out of fruit and chocolate, and they're delicious. And you know what else they are? Shareable with everyone in the office. And you know, anytime someone gets flowers or a gift at the office, everybody else in the office is saying, ooh, where'd that come from? Oh, that's from my realtor. You're what? My realtor didn't do that. I know. At the end of the inspection period for our buyers and sellers, we also send logoed boxes. Now, I know you've seen that a lot before, but you don't have to go that far. Go to Home Depot or Lowe's, buy a couple boxes, some bubble wrap, tape, and a marker, and bring that over to your client's house and let them know that it's time to go. It's time to start packing. We're ready to move on to the next phase of the transaction. During this phase, we also drop a moving checklist with everything that they need to know for the next few weeks, including up to closing and after closing. And we also bring them their utility change information. Again, it's just an extra way to stand out and show that you really understand what's going on in the process. For our buyers, one thing that we really love to do is the neighborhood that they're moving in. We go about 2 weeks before closing and knock on doors and meet neighbors. But we have a purpose, and our purpose is to say, your new neighbors are moving in down at 123 Main Street. We're their realtors, and we really want them to have a grasp of all the great places to go and all the vetted places that you guys already know. So I'm hoping that you wouldn't mind sharing, what's your favorite coffee shop? What's the best dry cleaner around? And you know what else I bet they'd love? Is your phone number, your name, and your email in case they have any questions. See what I did there? Again, we're standing out. We're standing out, and then at closing, we are giving our clients this information, and they are wowed and floored that we have gone above and beyond for them during the transaction. I don't know if you've bought or sold a house, but that last week before closing, it is stressful. You are packing and moving, and you're hot and sweaty, and you're eating to-go food all the time. So one other thing that we do is we either bring a homemade meal, always have vegetables and fruit because you know they're not getting it that week. And everything is disposable, from plates to silverware to cups to every single piece is disposable, or we provide a DoorDash gift card. For sellers, some of the things that we do is that when we have our seller sign a listing agreement, we also have a listing agreement for the kids. It's really important that they also understand the process, what's going on. And at any age group, from little kid to teenager, they have to be a part of this process, keeping things tidy, understanding when it's time to go and what the house needs to look like. For little kids, we give a book on moving. And for those teenagers, we'll give them a gift card to Starbucks or something like that and tell them, you know, we appreciate their contribution to this really important process. And that always is a great way to stand out with everybody. Another thing we do with sellers is when they're prepping for photos, of course, we have a photo prep checklist for them. We've gone over, we ensure that they understand everything that they need to do, but we will send professional cleaners to clean the house for them the day before or the morning of photography. It is a very minimal expense. I mean, it costs me like $100, maybe $200, depending on the size of the house, because we use this cleaning crew all the time, but it's an incredible relief for the sellers. And it also gets me exactly what I want for photos. There's not one fingerprint. Every toilet lid is closed. I'm not looking at your razors and your toothbrushes in your shower. So it's a win-win for everybody. And again, it's a great way for us to stand out through the process. I will say that probably one of the most important things that we do is that mid-transaction for buyers and sellers, we always take them out to a meal. The goal here is not to talk about work. It is to really just build on that relationship and get to know them on a really personal level, because that is what's going to continue to build that referral base after this closing. Yes, we've done a great job, but we want to be friends and stay in touch through the process. And this really helps build that relationship. One of my favorite things to say is tell me your story. And when they open up and really share not only where they met, but some of their history, really who they are, it's such a great bonding moment, and typically they ask you the same too. So I think this is a wonderful way to continue to build that referral base, is having that strong relationship. So remember, the love campaign, share that love all the way through the transaction and continue to build those referrals for a very long career.